we are about to launch a complete art merchandise collection. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how we did it. I'll be talking about how we take ideas like stickers, bags, keychains, books, and turn them into high-quality products, ready to be shipped to fans or sold at events. Whether you're interested in our products or learning how to make your own, this video will give you all the details you need, even featuring unboxing, manufacturing, and preparing merchandise products. And with the help of our sponsor VOGRACE, you'll get to see the whole process from start to finish. I'll be covering which products were selected, how the art was made, how long it takes, and how I speed up the process, which mistakes to avoid while designing your products if you plan on doing that, how to make them look appealing, and how to actually get them made. It may sound like a lot, but we've summarized our process into a video that takes less than 20 minutes. So go get your notebook and pencil ready if you need to. But first, why starting merchandise or art products in the first place? So our three main reasons for starting with products are financial support, spreading the word and attracting new people, and in our case, it is what you guys asked for. If you are a returning viewer, you know that the community has been screaming for merchandise of the VOGRACE series for a year now. And at first we just wanted to give the people what they wanted, but then it hit us. Making and selling merchandise is also a great way to support yourself as an artist, or in our case, the animated series. And you will not only be supporting yourself financially, but you will also be spreading your creations across the globe in a physical form. And if you do your branding right, it will bring more people to you. And don't get me wrong, this is not only about bringing more people in, but since this is an educational video, I did want to point it out. If you're brand new to making products and don't have an established community yet, it's good to listen to the few who support you and see what they'd like to have from you. Or you can join an existing creative community and ask for opinions over there. The first tip that I'll give you is to find a balance between listening to what you want and what your community or customers want. Because if you ignore your own wishes, you'll end up constantly making things you don't like and aren't proud of, and maybe even burn out. But if you don't care about your fans and what they would love to have from you, you'll end up designing things that, well, nobody buys. So it's good to listen to the people around you. And if that's not the case at the moment, there are still amazing creative communities out there that would like to help you. So with that out of the way, let's start planning what to make. At the very beginning, I picked two products to focus on. One low effort and cheap to manufacture and sell, and one that would require more time and a slightly higher budget. Yet it is also sold at a higher rate. The nice thing is that I like the idea of both products, so it was automatically a win there. But the people asked for product number one the most. And the second product is something that I've always wanted to make. It was like a dream to design that specific thing. So as you can see, there's that healthy balance of listening to yourself and to the people. Product number one was stickers, and product number two was character-themed sketchbooks. Even though stickers are generally cheap to make, they can still be a high-quality product. Yet I didn't want to make these at my house or the studio. This was my first try at designing my own merchandise, excluding the products I've worked on during my art job. So I didn't want to risk getting everything in my house and then screwing things up, you know? So I let VOGRACE handle the printing. In my case, this was way cheaper than buying a printer, ink, paper, cutting machine, etc. And when I arrived, I was so amazed by the quality. I instantly knew that this would be a permanent product in our merchandise collection. So it's a win for the stickers. And now I knew I could design more. If you are like me and aren't certain about something, whether it's a product or the way that you're gonna make it, start out with one design and start experimenting, whether it is in your own house or if you're gonna outsource it. The sketchbooks were a bigger investment, and I made sure to share the design with people for feedback before ordering them. When choosing products for our merchandise collection, I also kept checking if they would fit the brands, you know? I'm an artist, and my team consists of artists, the community has a lot of artists, so sketchbooks felt like a product that the majority of the people would like. But what about the people who don't draw? Or at least, you know, not on a regular basis? I didn't want to exclude those people. I knew they would probably probably only get a sketchbook if they really liked the design. So I designed a collection of sketchbooks that would fit our series brand. They're appealing to look at from every angle, not just the front, and also give people the option to pick one based on their favorite color or character. Even though the art is different, I reused the same theme and fonts, saving me some time on concepting. You don't have to design every single product from scratch, you know? As long as the quality is there, you're good. Now that I had more confidence in making merchandise or our products, I made a list of possible products to add to the collection. These were based on 3 things: the stuff that I liked, the stuff that the community or target audience liked, and as we were preparing for conventions, I also added products that generally sell there. If you are not sure what products you want to have, make a list of all the possibilities. I even added plushies to my list, but I kinda knew that I would not be able to afford making them yet. However, it is still good to have a full list to see the options. Here's why. So let's remake my list. The team and I wrote down keychains, necklaces, sketchbooks, stickers, prints, bookmarks, pencils, pencil cases, tote bags, blankets, plushies, towels, lanyards, t-shirts, hoodies, enamel pins, mugs, bottles, pillows, and sticker books. Once we had like 15 plus items, I divided them into sections. The ones requested or loved by the community get +1. The ones fitting our brand and community the most also get a +1. The ones that are very common at conventions, like your general booth at a convention that sell a lot of everything, get +1. Now I give the ones that I like the most a +1, or in some cases other team members as well. Now we will add one of the most important ones for people who are just starting out with products. And that is the upfront costs, because I did not want to drain my savings just to make products. I did not want to take that risk while making merchandise for the first time, and I do not recommend others to take such a risk either. The products that are impossible to make due to high prices get an X for now. We just cannot do it, at least for the time being. And the ones that are just a bit more pricey will receive a -1. I am also keeping shipping costs in mind when giving a product a minus. Bigger or heavier products cost more to ship, and sometimes this can get in the way of people getting them. Based on the list, I picked which products to include in our merchandise launch. If you are a standalone artist just starting out, I recommend choosing 3. I knew I wanted to stay below 10. So as of now, our other picks are keychains, prints, pencils, tote bags, lanyards, t-shirts, and sticker books. Once we had our list of products, we looked at manufacturers. You do not have to get everything from a single company, but having the bulk of our merchandise made at VOGRACE did help a lot with keeping things organized. Over the years, they have added a lot of new options to their website while keeping the quality high, and I always look forward to their monthly new arrivals to see what's new. The reason why you want to look at manufacturers before designing your products is that these companies have different guidelines and file requirements for your arts if you want to turn them into physical products. And this can sound scary, but once you get the hang of it, it is almost like second nature. If I were to make products at home, I would also first look into requirements so I can keep them in mind when drawing, instead of the other way around. So even if you don't plan to outsource, it is still a good idea to look at all the requirements for your files, colors, just to make things easier for you down the road. And believe me, this saved me so much time. Not only do you not have to adjust your art afterwards, which can take up hours of your time, but the manufacturing process will also go faster, as companies do not have to send files back to you if they're not compatible. And I know that VOGRACE reps take extra time to check your files, so you will save them a lot of time too. Shout out to Wendy, by the way, for being such an amazing rep for a lot of our products. If you order from them and get Wendy as your rep, please send her my regards. Designing the stickers was easy. Just make sure your canvas is big enough and set your colors to CMYK instead of RGB. If you want to make stickers from your traditional art, scan the artwork, adjust it in your editing software, and give it a transparent background. I struggled a lot with our character Shokalo and his color scheme. Not only does he have neon green hair, which looks totally different in CMYK, but he also has dark fur, which can get even even darker on a physical sticker. I was forced to alter the original colors for merchandise. Chocolo, you're really a pain. So keep in mind that some colors can turn out darker than you would expect them to. I put all of our sticker designs in a zip file with the required amount in the image title. If you are getting multiple stickers in one order, you will have to tell them how many of each. By doing it this way, you will automatically lower the price as well. You can even include a visual guide with the amounts to make it clear for yourself and your rep. For me personally, it was nice to look at this guide, just to make sure that I typed everything correctly and that I wasn't missing anything. So designing keychains sounds a lot harder, but it was almost the same process as stickers. I could take one of my sticker files if I wanted to and turn it into a keychain. Just make sure that the resolution is set to 300 and your canvas is at least 1000 pixels wide. However, I wanted to make some new designs for the keychains. An artwork might look nice as a sticker but fail as a keychain. I know that I wanted people to have options, so I approached those keychains the same way I did with the sketchbooks, which is to make a matching collection. Besides those, I also made some that featured a character like Valkyrie. Keychains look really nice on their own, but by designing packaging around them, you can take them to the next level and really make them look like a professional product. But more on this later in the video. Next up are prints. At first, I severely underestimated the canvas size for these. I also had to edit the colors of our poster prints so that they would look good in the CMYK colors. With prints, you can go with multiple sizes. We are going for small, which is the size of a postcard, medium, which is like A4 size, and large, which is A3. If you aren't sure if prints will do well for you, whether it's because of the art itself or the products, I recommend starting out small. If you are repurposing old art for prints or want to make text on your prints, please make sure that you keep the cutting lines in mind. VOGRACE provides templates that automatically give you the best resolution and canvas settings as well. A tip is to not make it hug the cutting line if you want a good-looking product with text. Have some extra space in between. Having these templates available for free is such a lifesaver for artists who are just starting out with designing products. You will find all of the links in the description down below. Using templates for products saves a lot of time, and you can also make them yourself, which I did too. You can easily load them in whenever you need to create a new sticker or a keychain. This way you also do not risk forgetting to change the RBG to CMYK colors. It adds up, believe me. I didn't make my own templates for a long time. I didn't really have a good excuse as to why I didn't do it. And in the end, it only took me, well, not even 10 minutes. So creating templates and saving them in the right location just to reuse them again is just to keep things organized. Now let's go back and take another look at packaging. Generally speaking, it is important to have your name or logo somewhere on or around the product that you're selling. Way too many artists are not doing that. Since we are making merchandise for the animated series, it is totally acceptable for us to have the logo on the product sometimes, like on our tote bags. It helps when a logo is also visually appealing or fits the art style of the product. But with stickers and keychains, this can get tricky. Therefore, I designed custom packaging for them, and VOGRACE really made it super easy and affordable. You can see me unpack the different types of packaging from the giant order that we placed, and because of their templates, I knew exactly which sizes to get, and they turned out amazing. Now, packaging is optional, of course. However, they can really help you to make your designs pop, have recognizable branding, and make people remember your shop or your name. Yes, they might throw the packaging away, but first impressions are already made before they do so. The series plays around with contrast, whether it is in the theme of the story or the colors. And the black backdrop for these keychains really helps to increase the contrast and make the colors stand out. However, sometimes it is also nice to be able to touch the product, and that is why I also designed tags to change things up a little. Not all of our products need packaging like this. I know I will not have the time to pack every single merchandise item like this, and I know a lot of artists would not have the time time for it either. Having some packaging though is nice. Personally, I find it really relaxing to pack some keychains or stickers every once in a while. I don't know about you. I work as a full-time artist and have been doing so for the past 4 years. I know I need to get away from the screen sometimes, and this is a great excuse to do so. Sometimes I do this standing as well. I honestly really like it. While unpacking some more, I want to share a very honest review on the products that we have made together with VOGRACE so far. Because yes, we are sponsored, but I also picked them before they reached out to us. And I want to make sure that our fans set expectations based on honesty, while also ensuring that artists who want to make their own products are picking a manufacturer that is right for them. We have been working with VOGRACE since last year, and while we do not have all of our merchandise manufactured by them, they are by far the nicest manufacturer we have worked with so far. Products were always shipped on time and packed in enough bubble wrap to keep them from being damaged. And I never throw this bubble wrap away as it can be reused, so thank you. When working with a few other manufacturers and I'm keeping situations, names, and time hidden for privacy, I always ended up with some products that had errors in them or misprints. This is sadly something you cannot escape as an artist who makes art products. But with VOGRACE, there are barely any misprints or defects at all. And I've had situations where 25% of the products were B grade with another manufacturer. So based on this and all of the orders that I've received so far, I conclude that VOGRACE actually takes great care in delivering quality. And I almost always get extra stickers or prints for free. And I always get a rep person to talk to if needed. And they really help out a lot. Super friendly and fast at replying. I never had to send back an order from VOGRACE, even though they allow you to if you are really not satisfied. Again, major shout out to Wendy, who was the rep for the products that you see on screen. And also shout out to Oya, who also allowed us to receive manufacturing footage for this video. The team and I wanted to see the process for ourselves, and they were kind enough to record it for us. Their shipping can get a bit high with certain products, but still the overall price for making them is very reasonable. And they have a super low minimum order quantity, which allows you to test out their products without taking a giant bite out of your bank account. And if your sticker order is above $60, they ship it for free. Every month they have new sales, giveaways, and even have memberships available if you are looking for a long-term manufacturer. Currently, VOGRACE is the top customization platform for 80% of the artists, and I can see why. Even if they did not sponsor us, I would still stand by them. I always get super excited when a new shipment from them comes in. VOGRACE also offers extra supports with import duties and taxes, which really takes away a lot of the worries when ordering from Europe or the US. It is the kind of stuff that artists don't like to think about. If you also want to make your own products, click any of their links in the description down below and use the series code Valkyrie5 for a $5 discount on your order. Now that we have selected, designed, and manufactured products, what comes next? Well, this video explains the process, but obviously we're not done yet. After receiving the merchandise, I count how many of each we actually have so I can keep track of the inventory. Let me tell you, if you're just starting out, you don't need any fancy software or schedules for this. If you've been taking notes in your notebook, you could even make a section on how many stickers, tote bags, or keychains that you have. I register everything digitally, but when counting merchandise in a new order, I write stuff down on paper. And that is also why I know I always receive extras in my order. Our team is preparing to go to Eurofurence this summer and have all of our merchandise available at our table at the dealer's den. I sadly cannot give an update on the online shop yet, but rest assured, it will be available for the people who cannot attend the convention. Everything you see was made with love, and the fact that people are interested in getting our merchandise and supporting the animated series is amazing. I sincerely hope that this video was helpful to the people who want to take a similar path with their own art products. And if you're interested in supporting us, we don't have a shop published yet. Still, we do have a very active Discord community where people share their own creations and where we update everyone on the latest news about the series, videos, merchandise, literally anything. Our Patreon also has complete time lapses of painting our prints and other behind the scenes content. It has been an enormous support so far for everyone on the team. Hopefully you enjoyed this special log video about the series and our merchandise. Now, if you have no idea who we are and you've made it this far into the video, feel free to watch our first year summary video or even the series intro or a trailer. Even just viewing and interacting with our YouTube content already supports us in ways you can't imagine. So thank you to all of our subscribers who have done so. Stay tuned for more, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.